Hello, everyone, and welcome. I would like to start by introducing myself first. So I'm Sayoa. I am a teacher in Hurt, and I've been an early childhood education teacher for many, many years here in Finland. And I have also worked as play school manager. But right now, I am part of the Council for Creative Education team. And it is wonderful to see so many of you joining today. From many different parts of the world. We have Finland, we have Peru, we have India, we have Malaysia, if I am correct, and many, many others. And I know there are many Spanish speaking people, so please allow me to say a few words in Spanish, if that's okay. So, hola a todos, encantada de saludaros. Hay algunas caras familiares o más que caras, nombres familiares aquí, así que estoy encantada de saludaros y espero que esta charla sea muy interesante. Y para cualquier duda y si queréis hablar en español, por favor contactarme directamente. Luego dejaré en el chat mis contact details para todos vosotros. And now back to English. I see many new names and faces here today. So for those who are new to CCE, maybe let me briefly share who we are and what we do quickly. So if that's okay, I will start sharing my screen. Just a moment. Is my presentation visible?
Yes.
Okay. So CCE is an organization based in Finland that works to promote creativity, innovation, and well-being in education. And CCE is also a research-based organization and an official member of Education Finland, which is a governmental program supporting the best education providers in the country. And as you can see here, we also collaborate with other organizations, like, for example, Design from Finland or Education Tampere, and many others. So as part of this network, CCE promotes Finnish educational excellence worldwide and across all levels. So this means that from early childhood education to higher education. And beyond Finland, we also collaborate with the schools, different universities, also governments, and many, many other individuals and organizations in different countries. So like trying to bring the best of Finnish pedagogy and creativity to all these global contexts. And to make this possible, we offer a wide range of programs and opportunities, and I will give you some of the examples briefly now. So, for example, one of our services is the school development through the CCE accreditation. And this means that we help schools and other educational institutions and individuals grow and improve their quality using Finnish education principles, while also, and this is something very important for us, respecting and adapting to local policies and practices. Then we have the SISU school franchise, and also SISU products for early childhood education that include different products, like, for example, creative materials, different learning tools, social and emotional materials and resources for teachers and also for children and along, etc. But we don't have time to go through all these details today. We also have immersive learning experiences through our Finland education tours, which are actually quite similar to the residential program happening during the symposium. And you will hear more about these later today during this webinar. But briefly, these are like special study visits where participants come to Finland and they have the opportunity to see real schools in actions, discuss with Finnish teachers, join different workshops, network with other educational professionals, and so on. Of course, also offer professional development for teachers and education leaders through a wide range of creative and I could say very inspiring courses. And we do have, of course, many other additional services and offerings, but we don't have the time today. So I would be more than happy to share more details with you or with anyone interested after this webinar. So I will later leave my contact details in the chat. So if you are interested in any of these, you can always contact us. But today we are focusing on our most special event, which is the International Symposium. And this year celebrates the 13th edition. So today's webinar will give you a glimpse into the symposium, like what it is about, what happens there, what are the participation options, and you will also hear from some participants who joined in previous editions and who will share their personal stories about it. So now I'll stop sharing my screen and we can begin. And I would like to invite Shirin, who will share more about the 13th Symposium.
Thank you, Sayua.
You're welcome.
And thank you, everyone, for joining us today. And I am also welcoming the guests and viewers who are there on our YouTube channel, our subscribers who are watching us live at the moment from various corners of the globe. So thank you and welcome everyone again. And good morning and good afternoon and good evening because you are joining from different time zones. So greetings to all of you. So Shirin here, you have seen me in multiple webinars and talking about CCE, but just a brief still about me. So I'm the co-founder and director for Council for Creative Education, and my main research interest is in creative education. And I have been doing my doctoral research in Tampere University's teacher training department, like Department of Education. And one important thing I like about CCE's work is that I get to meet wonderful people like you who are equally passionate about education like me. So I always am very excited while hosting these webinars. So now let me take you through our journey of the symposium. So I will first explain you like why symposium. When we started this concept or movement called Council for Creative Education, we were, of course, thinking that we like to invite people to Finland and show them what Finland has. But we never wanted it to be like, one sided. So we wanted to keep it interactive. And what more can we do than organizing a conference where people will also come and share their own research? So that's why we came up with this kind of design that people will come to Finland, they will see the beauty of the Finnish education system, the beauty of Finnish culture and society, and at the same time, they are able to share their own research with us. And so far, our journey has been mind boggling, and I will share you some glimpses of these things. So, as Sayoa explained, now in the month of May, from 3rd to 8th of May, we will be hosting our 13th International Symposium on Creative Education. So, I will take you through like how we started it in 2014. So 2014 was our first symposium in Finland that we hosted in collaboration with Tampere University. And then we kept on moving ahead with our next symposiums. So we hosted actually our symposium for 6 years in Tampere. And then we started doing it in other cities like Jyväskylä. And then we started hosting. So in Jyväskylä, we hosted it in collaboration with University of Jyväskylä, information science departments and departments of mathematics. And then we started hosting it with Lappeenranta University of Technology. So for last 2 years, we have been there. So now I think I will be able to share you presentation. Yes. So This is a journey of 2014 to 2025, and we will be adding 2026 here soon. But let's see what we have done already. So this is like we already hosted now 12 symposiums, but this is the journey from 2014 to 2024. So average paper presentations per symposium has been 36. Total papers analyzed are 802. We have published ebooks, 4 ebooks, and we have recorded paper sets, that is 58. So far we have, though the name is always International Symposium on Creative Education, every year we had different theme. So the first symposium was like about introduction to innovative educational approaches. The outcome of that symposium was exploration of new methods to enhance learning. Then actually I still remember that 2014 symposium which we hosted in Tampere University. For our very first symposium in Finland, we still got representative from more than 10 countries. That was like such a encouraging response that we got from the education fraternity. And that also gave us the confidence that people really want to come to Finland and they want to see the Finnish education system. So I still get goosebumps when I think about the very first symposium that we hosted. The second symposium, which was in 2015, we had like the emphasis on technology integration in education, and the outcome was discussion on the impact of technology on learning outcomes. And then the third symposium was like focus on creativity and interdisciplinary learning. The outcome was promotion of creative education and cross-curricular approaches. Actually, the 2015 symposium, which we hosted in Tampere, that was hosted in collaboration with a school. And the school itself is very well known for its creative experiments. And there we got again people from 20 different countries, and it was a very successful symposium and first time hosted in a school. So the school people were also, it was something new and exciting for them. And the people who came from other countries, it was equally beneficial for them to be in the school, to observe the school children, to talk to the teachers and present their research. So that was a lot more fun. And then we hosted the symposium fourth, where the theme was like main themes came up, like addressing the challenges in modern education systems. And the outcome was like identification of obstacles and potential solutions. In 2017, it was like something called Sata Suomi, which was an important event for Finland. So Sata is 100, Suomi is Finland. So it was the 100th anniversary of Finland, because Finland got its independence in 1917. And then in 2017, we celebrated the 100 years of independence of Finland. And for that, we got an appreciation letter from the Prime Minister's office. So that was a really proud moment for all of us at CCE, that we could contribute from our side to these celebrations. And then in 2018, we had the fifth symposium, and the theme was in-depth exploration of educational equity and inclusivity. We discussed about the strategies to promote equity in education, and that was like the highlight of the symposium. And then in 2019, we had pedagogical innovations and student-centered learning. And the outcome was the adoption of learner-focused teaching methodologies. So far, what we have observed through this symposium is that these symposiums reflect the societal changes, like whatever we are seeing, that how the society is changing, how the world is changing, we could see the reflections in the paper presentations and how the changes are to be integrated in the education. So rightly, we have the 13th symposium talking more about creativity and AI and the future of education. So which will also reflect the kind of trend. So I will now take you to that website. But before that, I will just give you an important update is what we started from the 7th symposium. And we started the 7th symposium with University of USC because of this reason that you are seeing on my screen. Because the UN has declared World Creativity and Innovation Week from 15th April to 21st April. Because 15th April is the birthday of Leonardo da Vinci. So it starts with Leonardo da Vinci's birthday and it continues up till the 21st April, which is called a Day of Creativity and Innovation. So that is WCID and we were in WCIW. So we got the invitation from the UN chairs from University of Uvascula and then we started hosting our symposiums there in collaboration with University of Uvascula. All our participants who were there for our last symposium know Professor Pekka Nettanmäki, so he invited us to collaborate for the symposiums. And he has been a strong pillar for our organization with his vast experience. And he always encouraged us, and he is always there in the symposium to meet everybody. So after that, we conducted the 7th symposium, the 8th symposium, also among like amidst the COVID that was going on. So all these symposiums were actually online symposiums during 2020 and 2021. In 2020, actually, we were ready. We were very much prepared to host the people in Uvascula, but then COVID happened. But we were very strong on what we want to do. And that's why we hosted this whole symposium. We converted it into online experience. You all will agree with me that back then, before 2020, we were not so much online. We were not appreciating it so much. We were still looking for the physical connection. We were still looking for actual meetings. But COVID has changed our mindset. And COVID has also changed the way we conducted the symposiums. So then we conducted this symposium in 2020, April, and then we conducted another symposium, which was in our regional language. And that also got a tremendous response. That symposium also we conducted for 3 days, actually back to back, and it was phenomenal. So after these 2 symposiums, we came to some actual physical symposium from 2022. But our colleague, Dr. Christoph, he wrote a nice paper about how we converted the whole experience of the physical symposium into an online symposium. And he published it. So it is available to read if anybody is really interested in reading what we did. So after COVID, we found that there are some changes in the trends and in the themes. So we got these kinds of things like sustainability and global citizenship became more important. Future ready skills and career oriented education become very eminent in 2023. So that happened in. And then 11th symposium, we also changed our trend and we included happiness. And we decided that why not to talk about happiness and creativity, because after COVID, people were really anxious, very worried. They were not sure of their life. So we wanted to give them some hope. And that's why we put this theme as happiness and creativity. And it was well appreciated by everybody. So we could see that how the transition happened from 2014 to 2024 and 2025, where last year we had a different theme, and I have the last symposium's alumni with me, so I will ask from them what did they feel and what was their experience. Last symposium was the first symposium where we started giving our awards, CCE's awards for the very first time. And we got tremendous response. So now I will take you to the 13th symposium. So 13th symposium is going to start on 3rd May and it will end on 8th of May, out of which the first 3 days are for the residential program, which also includes the conference. But there are various options to join us. Some of you have already asked, like, if you want to come only for the school visits during May, of course, you are welcome to join us. Then there are others who are asking if they can join for only conference. So you can join for only conference and paper presentation. So if you would like to only do a paper presentation or conduct a workshop during these days, that is 7th and 8th May, you can join as a paper presenter. If you just want to join without presenting any paper, but you want to join the paper presentation sessions on 7th and 8th May, you can join as an audience. And then the very popular option is to join for all days. So in that, you arrive on Sunday, that is on 3rd May, you will arrive in Helsinki. On 4th May, we will start exploring the Finnish education system. So we have different visits organized, various kinds of workshops organized, but Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are dedicated to the exploration of Finnish education system. Read each and every sentence, what is written there, because I know that you are already reading. So I'm just giving you the highlights of these days. So the important thing to note is that you will be going through all the K to 12 sections where you will see the small kids, the early childhood education kids who are approximately from 1 year to 6 year old. And then you will see the school kids like who are like from 7 year old to 16 years. And then we also go to high school where you meet the kids from 16 to 19 years. So you see all the stratas of the Finnish education system. You get to know teachers, you get to talk to students, you get to see their schools, high schools, their infrastructure, the learning spaces, the learning environment. So the thing is that you might have already heard a lot about Finnish education system. You might have seen many documentaries. You have read many books, but still, when you come here, it's very different. And I think all the alumni who are here, all my friends from last year, they will agree with me that when they came here, they saw something very different than what they have read or they have seen earlier on the internet. So these are the various options through which you can join us. And I will show you where you can find all this information. So this is our page, the 13th International Symposium. So if you go to CCE's website, you will see this kind of menu bar. And in this, there is something called International Symposium thing. When you hover on it, then you get to see the CCE Awards 2026 and First International Conference Marathi, but that is of no use to you. So you just have to click the International Symposium and you get this page. The theme for this year is Reimagining Learning, AI, Creativity, and the Future of Education. These options, which I told you just now, if you click on this button, participation options and fees, then it take you here. Then we have given like some introductory information in this area, but then you can read more after clicking these buttons. Then, so that is the option A, residential training program with paper presentation or conducting workshop. But there is also option B, which is residential program without paper presentation or workshop. So you can just participate without presenting anything. Option C is the only conference with paper presentation or conducting workshop, as I already explained. And then option D is only conference as an audience. There is another option which is virtual attendance, but in that you cannot really present your paper. You can be only as an audience. So you can only listen to the conference, but you cannot read your paper. We are very user friendly, so we have given lots of options so that you can contact us. So you can chat with us on WhatsApp, you can book a call with our representative, or you can just write us. So if you click this get more information button, then you get to see a small form, and then you have to just give us a little bit of information, and then we will reach back to you. So for paper presentations, of course, you have to send us the abstract in 300 words. These are the themes for the abstract submission. You might find some another innovative theme which we couldn't think of. So feel free to send your abstracts. It's free. That to send your abstract, you don't need to pay us anything. So feel free to submit your abstracts. So I would encourage you to submit your abstract as soon as possible. We are replying you, we are correcting the abstracts and replying you of the result, whether it is accepted, rejected, partially accepted, whatever is that, within 1 week of your abstract submission. These are the themes like reimagining classrooms with AI, smarter, creative, and learner centered, human plus machine, creativity, and emotional intelligence in the age of AI, inclusive futures, AI for equity, access, and personalized learning, gamified futures, AI play, and the joy of discovery, and then rest of it. So I encourage you to go through that and submit your abstract as soon as possible. We are waiting for you in Finland. Here is the button for submitting the abstract. Click it, and you will also go to the form, and then you will be able to submit your abstract. I will also quickly, I think, show you what happens when you click that button. So here is the form that you come to, and some basic information, your details, the option that you want to choose. And if you have chosen the option A or C, like with paper presentation, then you can submit your abstract here. So you don't have to write us any email or something. You have to simply type your abstract here, and then we receive it. So I'm waiting. We are waiting for your abstracts. These are the important dates. Kindly keep in mind. The early bird registration deadline is 31st January. And then the last date for visa application for foreign nationals is 2nd April, because 3rd May you have to be here. So minimum 1 month in advance you have to apply. I would suggest you can already apply in the mid of March. That will be the wonderful thing. So this is, I would like you to take a note of. And then the most important thing is the CCE Awards. Come on, people, I'm waiting for your nominations. Last year, we got a very good response for this, and people were so happy to see that their work is recognized and somebody is clapping for them. Tears were rolling on their cheeks. It was very heartening. So I would like to see how many of you are coming here, how many of you are nominating, and we are very eager to respect and to encourage you, and we are ready to clap for you. So also the nominations are already open. So if you click here, then you will go to the next page. So these are the winners from last year, and some awards were also honorary awards. So then these are the key details. You will also find the award categories here, like the individual, institutions, and educational products. So if you are an education supplier or something, you can also nominate yourself or somebody else for those kinds of awards also. To nominate, you have to click here, register here, and then there is a small fee for that. But first, go through this page, read through all this information, and feel free to talk to us. Now, I want to invite our alumni one by one to share their experiences from last year. First, I would like to invite Mr. Rajat. Hi, Rajat. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me here, Shirin.
Very good
S-
to see you. And I'm so eager to hear from you. Like, what did you experience last year when you come here? How was
right.
the whole symposium thing? What was your experience about Finland, about CCE, and what did you learn? Please,
Sure.
the floor is yours.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Good day to all. Yeah, we visited last year. So me and my wife, we run a NGO where our mission is to remove the fear of math from every child and provide high quality education to underprivileged children. We've been educators for over 20 years, and it's been a dream to study the Finnish schooling system. And so when this opportunity came by, we were very lucky to be able to visit there. We took the school visit and the conference sort of package, and the school visits were as insightful, if not more. I highly recommend you to do the school tour for the first 3 days, because you get to see the teachers in action, the school leaders in action, how the classrooms are organized, and a lot of things which you really can't figure out from books. You know how trust is instilled, how is equity promoted, to what lengths does the schooling system go. So I want to share a few pictures also from our visit last year, rather than me just talking. So me, my wife, and we also had a little one with us, so we couldn't leave him. He was very young, so it made for an interesting trip. So and also back home, I ended up sharing this in a lot of detail with my community, educators community. So I had put together a presentation and so on. So I'll not go through all of it, but some of the sort of highlights. So when we visited, we also ended up staying a week after the symposium. So we saw that the learnings were not just from inside the classroom, but a lot of learnings for us and generally for children in Finland also happen outside the school. There is a big role that university researchers play and the culture that Finland has. So these are some of the myths that we went with. There is no homework in Finland, there's no assessment, and then so on. So some of these were true, half true, you can say. So what we found out was that homework assessment, there is no hard and fast rule that it's there or not there. But the common trait was that it was very meaningful. It was up to the teacher. She had the agency to design it. One assessment I still it's stuck in my head is it was for, I think, the cooking science course or related course. The assignment was to plan and cook a healthy meal. And I thought that's such an amazing assignment, right? Because it's actually testing if real life benefit of that concept is reaching the students. Inside the classroom, yeah, we had read about trust, equity, and I'll show you some of the things I never imagined that, they go to such depths for that. So this is one classroom where, there was this Bengali video was playing in Finland. And we were very surprised. And there was one student from Bangladesh. And so, he was asked something to share something from his culture. So he had brought a poem home, and the teacher found the video on YouTube, and everybody was watching that. And this was just one example. Uh, Similarly, there was a special needs student, and for one student, there was a special needs educator who made a plan, sat with the class teacher, and kind of figured out how best to address his individual needs. These were some of the other uh, highlights from our visit to the primary school. Um, and yeah, how the classrooms was organized, I think different kind of regions that were there. So you get to see all of this. And we spent like a good 2 3 hours here. We talked to the school leader who's here, saw the students, going about their work. How is technology meaningfully integrated into the classroom? It never seemed like there was technology and then there was physical sort of manipulatives. It was all being used very, very seamlessly. So all of this, you wouldn't get a feel for it unless you visit the classroom. Then this was an amazing visit from the Waldorf school. So we had been to a Waldorf school and very, very impressed by it even in India. But it was interesting to see how Waldorf here was part of the same system, the same national curriculum framework was being implemented with its own uniqueness. So that was a feature not just in schools, but in playgrounds, in museums, everywhere we went. The common spirit was, still there. So I want to show you some of the playgrounds because we had a little one. We spent a lot of time in playgrounds and museums. So just look at how this is a whole video. So these are some of the playgrounds. And clearly somebody had built all these with so much passion, so much thought of safety and how children would enjoy. This whole, amazing castle was built. Uh, yeah. So the little one, of course, had an amazing time, but I think it also showed the dignity of labor. If somebody is a carpenter, they clearly had put in their heart and soul here. Everything was very well designed. Everything had its own unique kind of, taste. Not every playground was not just kind of cut, copy, paste. Same things with museums. We saw this. Uh, uh, we saw a few museums. There was one I really loved this activity that was there. So you had these small pieces, and if you put them together, it's a you could use this to teach mirrors and reflection in science, but you could do this very simply yourselves, and it would create these beautiful patterns. So if I slide this, it would create different patterns of snowflakes. So and lots and lots of wonderful activities like this. This was something, this is a solitude chair which we saw in classrooms, in universities, even in teacher staff rooms, what we call. So if a child or a teacher needs time by themselves, that space was provided to them at every level. So this whole idea of, respecting somebody's space and things like that were actually, implemented there. Yeah, these are some of the other museums. Uh, Really wonderful. And I had read that, a lot of learning in Finland happens in these museums through a lot of NGOs and so on. And we could see here. During the weekend, we were also lucky to spend some time in this lake house. Lakes and saunas are a very big part of the Finnish culture. If you go there, you'll. So we got to do that here. We got to experience the sort of the beautiful landscapes as well. Um, yeah, some of the few other things I thought I'll mention. This was the curriculum framework. We got introduced to competencies and values coming together, going beyond sort of the concepts and skill education. Um, this was a great learning for us that politics, how it is completely removed from education. So those of you, if you're interested in policy making, I think this is a very good learning experience. Uh, AI, I was surprised. I thought there would be a lot of AI usage in the class at university level. Uh, and it was not, which was good because, I feel in India, AI is being seen as a silver bullet which will solve everything, which it is not. It is just another tool. It's always has to be pedagogy first. So that was good to see that it was being viewed with some skepticism. A lot of it currently was at university research level, and it was being awaited that what are the findings, and so on. Um, yeah, then the culture is something you see how teachers are so well respected there. The qualification needed to be a teacher there is the same as to be a doctor or an engineer in India. You have to do years of study. Even the primary school teachers that spoke to us, they spoke so eloquently. They had such a deep understanding of pedagogy. Everything had a 4-year degree. Almost everybody that we met also had one master's. Many of them had two masters. We met people from the mayor's office. We met people who are in the sales department of a edtech company. Everybody had been a teacher. Everybody had done these, in-depth courses on education, and which kind of, you know, that was the reason why there's so much trust on teachers. And this idea that teachers are leaders, so teachers are given freedom to run their class how they want, and leaders are teachers. So when we talk to the principals or the headmasters, they all either were active teachers, most of them, or in some cases they were teachers. And so they knew the pain that teachers felt, what were their issues. And so the policies or rules that were designed, were very, very practical. Teachers naturally respected them. So these were some of the really amazing learnings. The fact about lakes and saunas, Finland has a very harsh weather. And with this whole idea of saunas, and also in general that children do not miss school come rain or snow, was so amazing because they neutralized this whole harsh condition, this drawback, so to say, via culture. And in each country, there we may not have harsh weather, but we may have harsh economic conditions. We may have harsh, learning conditions, talent pool, population may be low, things like that. So each of us have our own challenges, and it was very good to see how they converted, neutralize, not just neutralize that, but with saunas, in some sense, they celebrated this sort of drawback. It no longer saw that as a debilitating factor. So yeah, all in all, some amazing learnings. Yeah, I want to end with a few more very, very memorable photos. One was the Udi Library. It was something I'll never forget. I mean, this is just one of the flows. So from architecture to this book following robot, I mean, there were so many things, and the whole space, yeah, there was a 3D printing library which anybody could access at any time. Look at this studio here. So there are business meetings happening, there are gaming rooms, and we heard that if uh, children get late from school, or if parents are not available, then they just ask the kids to go to a library and wait, and then parents would pick them up from there. So yeah, a lot of wonderful, wonderful memories. And we ended up implementing a lot of these things, inquiry based learning, use of projects, looking at rubrics in terms of competencies and values, not just concepts and skills, into our work, our nonprofit on map that we work on. So yeah, thanks for the whole trip, Shireen.
Thank you so much, Rajat. I enjoyed your discourse. I mean, you were explaining it in such a nice way. Sayua, do you want to comment any quick comment for Rajat
Um,
journey, because you are hearing him for the first time? Yes.
yes, thank you so much, Rayat. That was really, really interesting, especially for me that I wasn't present in the symposium last year. So seeing all your pictures and everything was very, very useful for me and also for the rest of participants. And I liked how you mentioned that AI is not yet widely used in Finland comparing to India. And yeah, I would like to say that we have a couple of experts in the team about AI in education and so on. And I am sure that they will share more about it in the next symposium.
Thank you. Just want to say one thing, Shirin, Hiram, all the speakers, but I remember every single session that you both took. It's very, very, very insightful. I got a chance to meet Hiram back in India also recently, and the work that he's doing on AI was also very. I'm from the field of AI, so it was very good to see how he's thinking about implementing AI in education. So I'm looking forward to the next symposium. I'm sure there'll be some very promising ideas there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rajat. Thank you for your kind words. And now I would like to invite Dr. Sajita ma'am. Uh, please give your perspective about your tour and your experience at symposium, and what could you implement back home.
Thank you so much, Shirin. It's Thank you so much, Rajat, in the first place. It was just like a nostalgic trip back again to, the 2025 12th symposium. It was We were just reliving those moments, very, very memorable ones, I must say. And I feel Rajat has covered most part of what I really wanted to share. Um, but in addition that, Sacred Heart School, representing today Varsha ma'am and me, we are here representing Sacred Heart School, and we are undergoing the accreditation process with CCE. Finished the first leg of it, which is the provisional one, and we're working now together on the model school process. So we were a part of the symposium, the 12th symposium, to witness the entire educational experience at Finland. It was not just a part of, understanding the accreditation process, but we really were curious about how education is happening in this country, the world's most happiest country, for the 8th time. And that is where, we had some serious learning, which is it is not the outcome. Of course, the outcome is there, but what matters for this country and the teachers and the whole academia is the process, the slow and the organic nature of the process, ensuring that students live each moment of it. Most importantly, they question. Nurturing these aspects is what made the entire Finnish experience truly very, very personally very memorable for me. Now, like Rajat shared and Shirin has already shared what happened in the the past symposiums, visiting various educational spaces was not only a privilege, but it's a great opportunity. And I really recommend and request that every educator anywhere across the world should definitely jump for this opportunity. And the way CCE had curated this opportunity, it was very personal and it was so very well laid out, thought about, right from the travel nuances to the stay and everything. So, of course, it started with the entire 5 to 6 days of journey there, of which majority was in Helsinki, the first 3 days, if I remember, in Helsinki, and the last 2 days at Laiti. So, what fondly remains with me is the Paivakot. Shirin, am I pronouncing it right? The daycare, which we
Paivakoti.
visited. Yeah, Paivakoti, yes. Rajat did share some fond pictures. Please do share our hi to your little one because we really had great time with him too. So Paivakoti, yes, the daycare. We realize it's not just any other daycare. The teachers there, the nurses there, the assistant teachers there. It was just like another home. And that's what probably the name in Finnish also means, just another home, home away from home. And what was mind-boggling was, the little resources, how they had made use of those resources, even something as simple as flashcards or picture cards, the placement of those picture cards at the right place, at the right height, where, the infants and the toddlers could really play with it and learn and figure out in their own sweet space and time. That was another beauty. Sometimes we have that here in our own country, but we just don't give it the right importance, or how to stack them, how to place them. All of these elements are so important. Um, so the ergonomic spaces, the well-designed spaces, the furniture that's integrated into learning, be it the play gym area, be it a simple relaxing space where the child doesn't just want to learn, as is in one of those moods and doesn't want to learn, but still can be made into a learning space. Those are the essential things that we learned about such learning spaces. Attention is given to the minutest detail. And that is something we came back with, like we are a 13-acre campus here, our school. And since the time we have come, we have just been thinking how this space can be utilized, how we can work on making this small space into just another learning hub. So yeah, of course, OD library remains the highlight. The the entire structure. It's a ship, the hull of the ship. That's what comes to your mind when you say OD library. And it's the central library of Finland, if I'm not wrong, at Helsinki, a must-visit place. The simple enormity of the space, it just takes you when you visit there. And what stays with you that it's not just another library. It is one of the places where children, people, adults go there to learn skills, about 30 plus skills, more than 30 skills. You have 3D designing, you have gaming, you have printing and whatnot and whatnot. So the importance of vocational training, something that India used to really be great at, but now has slowly lost the pace as a country. We should definitely look at engaging vocational learning in a very meaningful way. Finland does that. The way Finland has integrated that with mainstream educational learning or, academics learning is simply marvelous. So how Finland as a country lays importance when it comes to reading. Like, we were told when we were visiting different spaces that it's important to have a library within 5 kilometers of where you stay. And if you don't have a library within 5 kilometers, the library will come to you. It's a library on wheels. So marvelous. I really wish every country, every village has such resources. Moving from Helsinki, then on the way to Lahti, I remember this incredible school, the Steiner School at Tampere. One brilliant school, wherein again the architecture becomes a mode. It's integrated into mainstream learning. I think a couple of pictures that Rajat showed, like the chair, the chair where the child, if the child is not in one of the modes and just doesn't want to be seen, these are some ideas we came back with. I remember witnessing the bench pedagogy in one of the classrooms. What a delightful way of utilizing a bench to teach concepts to the young ones. These are some of the valuable learning that we are trying to integrate in our pre-primary and primary section, not only as a part of the accreditation, but as something that we should all be looking at as educators. The Steiner School also has a remarkable space in our memory because of the value and the importance it gives to learning by way of art, skill, and experiential learning. The entire Finnish pedagogy lays a lot of stress on experiential learning, but it's only when you visit schools like this, through means of such symposium visits, you get to have a first-hand account of witnessing them, of how to implement such pedagogy. Because every now and then we listen to so many people talking about experiential learning and on-the-go pedagogy and all of that. But it's only when you visit them and when you get to see them firsthand, you understand, oh, this is possible. And you really don't need to have expensive resources at hand to make it possible. And of course, the cherry on the cake, without taking much time, was definitely the conference, the 2-day conference at LUT University, Lahti. We got to listen to so many knowledgeable people across different continents. They were there. It was like a mela of all educators. Mela is an Indian word that is exactly how the networking space was. So many people, experts with their research papers presenting, doing their paper presentations. We also did our presentation. We also got to speak to them. Professor Pekka, we remember interacting. Dr. Herum, Shirin there. The entire CC team, and of course, Dr. Elaine here, her team from Malaysia. So much of exchange and energy and so much happening. To conclude, I would definitely recommend, not only recommend, I really say this is a must-have experience that every educator should look forward to. Thank you so much. Taking it forward.
Thank you, Sajita ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sajita. I would like to make a couple of comments if possible.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you, Sajita. That's the first thing, for sharing your experience. And then I think your school's work with the CC accreditation is like such a nice example of how like Finnish ideas can be adapted to different contexts and like while respecting also your local needs. And that's exactly what we believe in CCE. And then something you mentioned also about the päiväkoti, and that's like the Finnish translation would be päivä is day and koti is home. So yes, you were right about it. And yeah, I think you got you have a very good knowledge of the Finnish society and education system and everything. So thank you for your words.
Thank you, Saya.
So thank you so much for that. And now I would like to invite Ms. Varsha from India to share her experiences, because though Sajida ma'am and Varsha are from the same institute, but I think they came with different lenses. So I would like to see what Varsha ma'am really got from Finland and what is she implementing back there. So Varsha ma'am, it's your
hello
turn now.
Shirin.
Yeah.
How are you?
Hello. I'm
Yes,
good.
yes,
Thank you so much.
yes.
Feeling great,
Hello.
actually.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak. My name is Varsha Mangaonkar, and I'm a coordinator at Sacred Heart School. During my visit to Finland, I had many wonderful experience, and I'm happy to share with you all. Attending the 12th Symposiums of CCE Finland in May 2025 was truly valuable and memorable experiences. I, I, along with my colleague Ms. Sajita, had the wonderful opportunity to visit several Finnish school and education institute where we witnesses first and remarkable Finnish approach to education approach to education root in touch. Okay, creativity and joy to learning. Each school visit an inspiring journey itself. We interact with talented teachers and educators that gave us a deep that give us a deep insights into the Finnish pedagogy. Personally, I feel that the networking opportunity the symposium provide us is something that we should truly make good use of. And what to say about warmth warmth for Finland people. Um, right from the warm welcoming through right from the warm welcoming, thoughtful arrange accommodation and delicious meals to the s- seamless coordination throughout our and stay at Helsinki and Lahti. Everything reflected their genius care and commitment to making our visit meaningful and comfortable. I believe that everyone should visit Finland once in a rare lifetime, not only to experience this beautiful country, but also to learn how education can be made into uh, into a truly meaningful journey. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share my experience. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Varsha, for your words. And something Dr. Lu also mentioned, and you mentioned, and it's very nice to hear, is that you mentioned how the CC team welcomes you in a warm way and smiling and happy. And that's, of course, part of the whole symposium. We want you all to feel valued and happy here, and that it is like a whole nice experience for you. So thank you very much for joining us today and sharing all this experience.
Thank you so much to all our speakers. I know that you were already busy somewhere else and then you decided to join us. You took your time and you gave your experiences, you shared your experiences with us. I can see Professor Sadi also joined us. And he was a speaker on our last webinar. So good to see you, Professor Sadi. And
Thank
I
you
can
very
see
much.
some future.
The feeling is the same.
Great. So I'm hoping to see you in Finland in May. So waiting for you. And I can see that we recently had some meetings with enthusiastic educators who want to join us in Finland. So I can see some of them also in audience. So hello, Jess. So I'm hoping to see you in Finland in May. So great to have you all here tonight, and thank you so much. Now I will ask Sayua to tell a little bit more about our offer, that what we are giving, because we value your time that you came here today. So Sayua, please explain.
Yes, so everyone attending today's webinar can receive a special discount. So if you are interested, please, so that we know that you are interested, please type the word interested in the chat now, and I will explain what the discount is. So for those who register before the 30th November, you will get a 300 discount for the whole residential and conference program, and on top of the Super Safer, and 100 discount, 100 euro discount for those who will only join the conference. And I would like to make sure that you all understand that registering doesn't mean paying everything before the 30th of November, but to register, you need to pay like a 100 non-refundable registration fee, and then of course the discount will be applied, even though you will be able to pay later. Also for those who are live in YouTube and other social media channels, since you can't type the word now in the chat, we would like you to either type interested in your own channel chat together with your contact details, because we will need your details to contact you, or just email us or send a WhatsApp to any of the CCE team members, and we will get in touch with you. Shirin, is there something else you would like to add to this? Am I forgetting something?
No. This is what we have.
Oh.
Yes, great.
Okay. And maybe we could
And it's very interesting to see the interested messages here. So that's amazing.
Yes, and maybe we could have 5 more minutes to answer some questions from participants, and we'll try to answer them. So if you have any question, please either raise your hand, start speaking, or write it in the chat, please.
How the embassy in Mexico, in Finland, the embassy of Mexico in Finland, or the embassy, the Finland in Mexico, can help me to send a letter to rising funds to go. You may extend a letter for me to send them. This is my question.
Thank you for your question. I am not sure about this, so maybe Shirin can help with the answer.
Professor Sadi, this question is related to your visa requirements, if I understood correctly.
It's what I understood is it's more related to if he can have some financial help.
Okay, maybe that I can't tell like from which ministry or how we can do it, but we can have a separate meeting to discuss it maybe in detail, so that maybe we can find some options together. Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah, any other questions? Thank you, Professor Sadi. Okay, if not, then we are maybe super clear about everything that we shared with you. So we are hoping to see most of you, all of you again here in May 2026. And if you have any questions, queries, do not hesitate to write us. We are also on chat, and we are also replying every email that we get. So thank you for joining us this evening. So maybe if there are no more questions, we will sign off. Sayoa, do you want to tell the offer once more? So if those who couldn't write, if they want to do it again.
Yes, so I think most of the participants are interested and they wrote in the chat. We will, I will make sure we reach out to all of them. But I would like to add that you can already register to the like show your interest through a form. I will try to look for the form here and paste it in the chat so that you can show your interest, choose the option. You don't need to pay. This is free of charge. And then after, like, you can put your comments there. And after that, we will, of course, get in touch. Like, the team will get in touch with you. So I will leave the form here for those who want to already show their interest in the next symposium. Just a minute. And while I find the link, Shirin, maybe you could explain how they can use the discount, how it works.
So when now you who has already typed interested, so we will connect with you via email, and we will send you the link where you can pay the 100 euros, and then we will send you a discount coupon. So you, when you are making the final payment, you can use that coupon, you can apply that coupon, and then you will automatically get the discount. So that's how it will work. And of course, if you have any question, then we are always available there. So I think with this information, we will sign off for today.
Yes, I don't think
it was a great evening. Yes, Ayo, do you want to say something?
Just quickly, I don't think it makes sense for me to put the form there because we will be the ones contacting them. So it might be easier if we reach out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, so thank you so much. We will now take your leave. And today we had viewers joining us from Peru, Costa Rica, and Mexico, and Malaysia, and India, and I think UK, and other countries also. Maybe I don't know each and every country, but thank you for joining us this evening. And I am signing off now. Take good care. Bye-bye.
So thank you for joining today, and keep in touch. Bye-bye.